Hello viewers, you are welcome to today's episode on energy. So today we are going to define energy. We will know the definitions of energy, the form of energy, the work that energy help us to do, and we will know the definition of clean energy and the importance of clean energy. Then we will know the definition of sustainability of an energy, the renewability of an energy, and non-renewability of an energy. They are going to see some examples and some pictures of non-renewability of an energy and renewability of an energy. Don't forget the channel is Solo Energy channel. So today is very simple. We'll just go straight to the point and we'll define what is energy. As we all know in our basic schools, we were taught that energy is the ability to do work. But today, the definition I'm having here is energy is the capacity of a physical system to perform work. Energy exists in several forms such as heat, kinetic, or mechanical energy. Energy also exists in the form of light, potential energy, electricals, and other forms. In some definitions, we were told that energy is defined as the ability to do work. It may exist in potential, kinetic, thermal, electrical, chemical, nuclear, or in other forms. And as we proceed, in modern civilization it is possible. Energy is possible in modern civilization because people have learned how to change energy from one form to another and then use them to do work. Are you getting me? People convert these energies from one form to another and help them to do work. And this will quickly send us to the first law of thermodynamics that says that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. Are you getting me? So energy helps us to produce heat. By the help of energy, we are able to produce heat. By the help of energy, we are able to produce motion. Energy help in producing sound. Energy also help in powering our technologies. It's by the help of energy that you're able to power our technologies. Through the help of energy, we do all sort of work that we need as human beings to do. And without these energies, we cannot do those works. But the energy that we are using over here are in two broad groups. That is the renewable energy and non-renewable energy. But before we go to the definition of renewable energy and non-renewable energy, we are going to state some forms of energies. And those forms of energies, there are many forms of energy, but they are they all fall into two categories. The forms of energy that we have all fall into two categories. That is the potential and the kinetic energy. The potential and the kinetic energy. Under the potential energy, we have chemical energy, elastic energy, nuclear energy, gravitational potential energy, and etc. And under the kinetic energy, we have electrical energy, thermal energy, sound energy, and etc. And these are all forms of energy, but they are being categorized or grouped into two particular groups. That is the potential and the kinetic energy. If we move forward, somebody will ask, what is clean energy? Clean energy comes from generational system that do not produce any kind of pollution, notably greenhouse gases like CO2, carbon dioxide, which cause climate change. So clean energies are energies that did not produce any form of any form of carbons that will cause change in the climate. As we all know that carbon dioxide come from dirty energy. Carbon monoxide is also a source of dirty energy. But before that, somebody will be like, what is climate change? What is climate change? But before we define what is climate change, what is weather? Weather is the changing condition of the atmosphere, air, amongst others, which surround the earth. It mostly involves what is happening currently in terms of temperature and precipitation. Weather conditions involve wind, storm, rain, among others. That is the definition of weather. Then when we go to climate, with regard to climate, climate is defined as the average weather condition over a long period of time. Normally between 10 to 30 years, climate is normally the pattern from one year to another year. So each country have different kind of climate that they experience. But someone will be like, why is it that they are talking about energy and now they are bringing weather and climate inside? So as we proceed, we are going to know the effect that energy is having on our environment, the effect that energy is having on our climate, and the effect that energy is having on we the human beings. So what is the importance of clean energy, or why is clean energy important? Our world run on the energy we produce. Clean energy production allow us to generate the energy we need without the greenhouse gas emission and the negative environmental effect that come with fossil fuel, in turn helping to reduce climate change. So clean energy is the energy source that is being introduced in order to help reduce climate change, to reduce the change in climate, to make our environment comfortable for us to live, to make societies, cities, nations very comfortable for human beings to live. That is why we need clean energy. So what are some of the sources of this clean energy? As we proceed the lesson, you will get to know their sources and their importance. So over here, we have sustainability of energy or sustainability. This basically means providing the needed energy for the present generation without jeopardizing the energy that will be needed by the next generation. In in our this present generation, all the energy we need or all the energy we use and their sources are classified into two broad groups. That is the renewable energy, and this is classified as this classification or these classes are from two forms of energy, or they are from two sources of energy. I get the point. So that is this classification are the renewable energy and non-renewable energy. So somebody will ask, what is renewable energy? But before we go to the definition of renewable energy, let's define that of non-renewable energy. A non-renewable energy are the energy that did not replenish themselves after being used. Non-renewable energy sources include petrol, natural gas, coal, propane, and uranium. These are some of the non-renewable energy sources. And if we go to renewable energy source, renewable energy uses energy source that are continually replenished by themselves. Are you getting me? So they replenish themselves after being used over a short period of time. That is the sun, the wind, the water, the earth heat, the plant. Renewable energy technology turn these fuels into usable form of energy, most often electricity, but also heat, chemicals or mechanical power. And if we come and we go into details, renewable energy sources include biomass, geothermal, hydropower, solar, and wind. As I've mentioned earlier on, that they include the sun, the wind, the water, the earth heat, the plant. So the sun is the solar, the wind is the wind energy, the water, which is the hydropower, the earth heat, which is the geothermal, and the plant, which is the biomass. And somebody will ask, is electricity a renewable energy or non-renewable energy? Electricity is a byproduct of an energy. After the solar panel trap its energy sources from the sun, the byproduct that we get over there is the electricity. The same way, when a fuel is being poured into a generator and the generator is on, the byproduct we get from the generator is the electricity. That is why I explained earlier on that renewable energy technologies turn this fuel into usable form of energy, most often electricity, but also heat, chemicals, and mechanical power. So why do we use renewable energy? Why is renewable energy important? Why do you think we should go for renewable energy? Let me explain something here. Today, we primarily use fossil fuel to heat and power our homes and fuel our cars. It is convenient to use coal, oil, natural gas for meeting our energy need, but we have a limited supply of this fuel on the earth. We are using them much more rapidly than they are being created. Eventually, they will run out. Are you getting me? Eventually, they will run out. So what I've just explained over here is in relation to non-renewable energy. They will eventually run out. But with the renewable energy, they will not run out because as day in and day out, the sun is shining, the wind is blowing, the rivers are flowing. Heat keep on increasing in the ground, in the earth's surface, in the earth rather, sorry for that, in the earth. There are so much heat. That is why today you hear that there is volcano here and there, and other stuff. Earthquake has happened. Those are by the help of heat, and those heat they are not all that harmful to the society, and they are good source of energy. Are you getting me? So today we are going to we'll get to know why we need renewable energy than non-renewable energy sources. Because as you can see over here, I have renewable energy and non-renewable energy. These are some differences between renewable energy and non-renewable energy. And you can see that for the renewable energy, I have wind, hydropower, solar, geothermal, and biomass. And biomass. That is for the renewable energy. And with the non-renewable energy, I have oil, coal, nuclear, and natural gas. But before we get to know the differences between them, do you know the factors which influence the earth energy balance? The earth energy balance. Before that, What is F energy balance? F energy balance accounts for the balance between the energy that the Earth receives from the sun and the energy the Earth loses back into outer spaces. Incoming energy from the sun to the Earth is known as short-wave solar radiation. Energy from the Earth back into the atmosphere is known as terrestrial long-wave radiation. This is the definition for F energy balance, which means that there is a connection between the energy we use and the environment. And this also help in change in climate. This also help in change in climate. So I'm going to show some diagrams of some energy sources which are renewable energy sources that is good for human beings, that will see how they work and how they function. So the first energy over here is hydropower. So this is how the system of a hydropower works. They have a reservoir that store the water, not per se saving water, although we sometimes experience dry season and rainy season. And when this occurs, I'm not saying that eventually water will finish. Water will never finish because every day rivers are flowing, the seas are there, the lakes are there, and there are different sources of water. There are different sources that we get our water from. And this is the system in which the hydropower passes and give us the energy. And when it passes through this system, the byproduct we get is the electricity. That is where we go to the transmission, to the transformer, and we get our energy sources, which is the electricity, and we use it to power our house. The second one is the solar panel. This is the component of the solar panel. You see that when you have the sunlight that is falling on the solar panel. I'm saying falling because I just want to make everything look simple. The solar panel attracts its sources from the sun, as you can see, and it goes through a charger controller, through a transformer, and the transformer converted that energy into electricity, and that electricity is used to power our houses and other sources as we see. And with regard to the wind energy, this is how the system works. So please don't be panicked that why are we just touching them and we are not going into details. In our next episode, we are going to take the energies one after the other and elaborate on them, give you all the necessary information you are supposed to know. So with regard to the geothermal energy, how the geothermal power plant works, the heat water is pumped from the underground and turned into steam in the flash tank. The steam turns the turbines. The turbine turns the generator which produces electricity. The electricity is exported to a grid, and that grid is is being processed and connected into a transmission, and is being used to power our houses as we see. So this is the geothermal energy. That is the process. That is how the geothermal plant works. It goes through these processes as we are all seeing over here. It's a four process. This is just a diagram to illustrate how it works. How it works. So in our next video, I am going to talk about hydropower, the history behind the hydropower energy, everything you are supposed to know about the hydropower, and I will talk about the geothermal, the solar, and that of the biomass. This diagram you are seeing over here is how the biomass converted and produced its energy and we use. This is how the biomass system also work. So with the non-renewable energy sources, those are the natural gas, the nuclear, the coal, the fossil fuel. These are also sources of energy, but they are not clean sources of energy because eventually a car will be passing by and emitting some kind of carbon monoxide. Some are dark white in nature, and even the scent alone, the aroma alone is not pleasant to human being. And when you inhale those kind of substances into your system, is harmful to our system. So, but if it is a clean energy source that we use to move our cars, clean energy source like electricity, solar, that we use to move our cars, you will see that we will not produce any kind of oxide that will destroy our ozone layer and cause climatic problems. So this is USA energy consumption in 2016. How the USA, the United States, consume energy in 2016. And if you can see carefully, you will see that they consume non-renewable energy more than renewable energy because they consume 89.42% non-renewable energy and they consume 10.39 renewable energy sources. And if we break it down, you see that petrol is taking a portion of 36.97%, the natural gas is taking 29.20%, the coal is taking 14.60%, the uranium is taking 8.6%. But with the renewable energy, the biomass is taking 4.89%, the hydropower is taking 2.54%, the wind is taking 2.15%, the solar occupied a percentage of 0.59, and the geothermal is the least, which is 0.22%. So if this is the energy consumption of USA in 2016, I'm sure by this time they have improved because as they are advocating for clean energy, and this clean energy is an SDG Goal 7, which said affordable and clean energy for all. Are you getting me? Affordable and clean energy for all. And this SDG Goal 7, we are going to talk about it, elaborate on it. Everything you are supposed to know about this SDG Goal 7. We talk about clean energy. We are going to explain everything into details in our next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, help grow this channel, and please share the video and comment on the video. If you have any issues with the video, you can ask your questions in the comment section and it will be attended to. Thank you very much for your time as we meet in our next episode. Thank you for watching.